Okay. All right, this is gonna be a demonstration to do your work on your preliminary sketch. So I haven't really uploaded the details of the assignment, but basically the idea of your preliminary sketch though is it's gonna be pretty much like the rough sketch to your EA landscape drawings. Okay, so we're gonna use that as like kind of your rough sketch. So we'll do like the rough sketch. I'm gonna teach you guys a little bit with like colored pencils and how to do blending with the colors, and then we'll just go on your final. Okay, so at this phase now though, you should have had your 5 thumbnail sketches done at this point. So just make sure to have all 5 of them done, and again, just make sure you're following the requirements of your landscape drawings before you move forward. So obviously, I want you to draw, landscape. So making sure to incorporate the horizon line. Then, and I took the notes up, but like having a foreground, middle ground. I'll just put middle for here, and then a background. Okay, so you definitely want to set up your drawings that have like a 3-tier stage in terms of the drawings, and then your artwork should be about environmental awareness, and should have some elements of like surrealism art. So make sure you incorporate those things because those are gonna be like pretty much hard requirements for your landscape drawings. Okay, so you want to have those things thought about and incorporate it in the drawings and sketches you guys did. Okay. All right, so I want you guys to choose one of your drawings to go with. So, we're going to pick one of these ideas to go with as the final. And, for my piece, though, probably going to go with, like, this one right here. I thought this one was the most interesting. But, if you guys, I just got to review, like, the ideas that I was doing. This first one was, like, just a practice. This one was just a simple landscape with the wind turbine. So getting like a drawing like good feel of like how that looks. This one was the idea of like caveman, the light bulbs, and energy being wind turbines in the background. So I wasn't really feeling that one. I thought this one was like probably the most interesting one, where I had the wind turbines on the right side, and then the wind turbines kind of reminded me of like flowers. So I do want to do like some bushes or patches of like flowers in the ground. Kind of similar to like the wind turbines look like, and then have the wind kind of gust over, and then like the other half of the drawing is going to be like factories that are emitting smoke in the airs, so kind of burning like fossil fuels, oils to power the factories. So it's kind of like two different ways of like how energy is used in the world. You have the manufacturing power, and then you have like the wind turbines to generate things. So I thought that idea was interesting. And then this one was I tried to do something really complex with like the factories and reflection in the water of like the wind turbines. I thought that was a little difficult to do, and I didn't really like how that looks. So I was gonna go with this idea right here. Okay, so pretty much I'm just gonna do a bigger version of this drawing here. So obviously I need to add more details for my drawings that I'm going to be doing. So okay, so again, I would kind of go back to your Google Slides, take a look at your different references that you have. I might actually draw like a light bulb in the background for the sun, so that might be something I add that's new. But I did want to like maybe add this desert as like the like the foreground, middle ground, foreground for like the factories, some of these like trees that look like almost they're dying, and then I have like some pictures of like wind turbines to help me to do those drawings. Okay, so if you need to look for more images because now your ideas are a little bit more solidified at this point, you can feel free to go on to Google, look for more images that you need. For example, I might actually want to look up other flowers. So let me see. Look up sunflowers. I think sunflowers is actually the exact flowers I want to look for. So sunflowers. Yeah, I was thinking sunflowers. So kind of like the shape of the sunflowers kind of reminds me of like the wind turbine. So find some nice pictures of sunflowers. I can use. Looks like the school's blocking some of the websites. Should really like that one, but let me look around more. Okay, I'll get like a close up of one of the sunflowers. That way I know how that looks. So I'm just gonna save this on here. Maybe get one with like kind of like how they're kind of scattered together. So if you need to look for more images, that's fine. You can look for more images. I might look for more detailed wind turbines. Just so I have like at least a single picture of like how that could look, like even at like an angle. So let's see. Should have some flip the other way. I want to go in the other direction. Let me see, wind turbines. Okay, but yeah, feel free to look for more images if you need to. I always like to have like images ready to look at to help me with my drawings. Okay, so these are just a few I'm gathering, but I probably will look up more. But feel free to add more slides to your Canvas or Google Slides if you want to. I'm just gonna add a few more from the photos. Yeah, multiple ones. Okay, that's nice. Yeah, multiple pictures. So just want to have this open this side though as you guys are working on your drawings. Okay. So I'll have this open to the side to look at, but you can feel free to have this stuff ready when you need it. Okay, so going back to this drawing over here. Okay, so same approach as before. I'm going to start off with my horizon line here. So I'm just going to draw very lightly with a pencil. So, with this picture here, I kind of want to have like the sunflowers on the ground and then the wind turbines on like one side, factories on the other. So, I actually kind of like the way the wind turbines are kind of organized in this picture here. So I was going to do like maybe one bigger one on this side over here. So, okay. And then with your rough sketch though, again, this is just a rough sketch of how things could look. So you don't have to worry about having things in detail. You can keep it pretty rough and simple. I'm going to obviously go into a little bit more detail with drawing the wind turbines. So, they actually look more like wind turbines. So let's have this going this way here. It's going to go off the page a little bit over there. It's going to go upwards here. So you really want to just make sure to take your time with like the actual drawing itself. I wouldn't really rush this process because the thing about your prelim sketch though is the more you figure out in the drawing the better, because literally you'll just end up copying like the drawing itself. So I'm going to just kind of play around with some perspective lines here. Just to kind of sketch out how I want it to look. Yeah, you don't have to include perspective, but I'm just kind of doing some little guidelines though. So it's gonna do like another one over here, another one there, another one here. I'm gonna try to make them smaller as they go back into space. And it's gonna be like really small there. So one thing I wanted to do with the wind turbines though is I wanted to kind of take up a little bit more of the space than before. So I'm just trying to figure out more of the details of the idea that I had planned out. That's all it is really. So I'll draw a little bit more of the turbines here. So you could feel free to change like the thumbnail ideas a little bit more if you need to. And obviously when it's going back into space it's like getting less and less in detail. To the point where I'm probably gonna end up doing like a silhouette for it. So this one's So we have a few of the wind turbines. I'm actually gonna move this horizon a little bit higher. Okay, you can feel free to erase things too if things are getting a little bit, messy. The drawing. Okay, so we have some wind turbines there. I was gonna do like some sunflower patches. So just because these wind turbines kind of remind me like sunflowers. So I have like a few big ones here. And actually pretty tall too. So I could probably do like the same thing where it's like getting smaller. Okay, but you kind of get the idea though. I'm just kind of just drawing more of what I'm doing, but just more in detail of like how it could look. I'm still keeping it pretty rough though. Worried about detail, but it's more like, the details of, how it could look. Okay, and, just make sure to emphasize the space in what you're drawing. There's nothing wrong with drawing like repeated things in like a landscape drawing because, we'll obviously see examples of like trees, bushes, all those different things in your drawing. So it's okay to repeat like some of those flowers. So I'm not gonna go too crazy with the flowers, but it could be kind of neat to do like a really big one right here. Just see how that looks. Yeah, that could be kind of neat. Okay, so and then I was gonna have it kind of break off into the desert on one side. So okay. So this is like where my desert's gonna end up being. So let me look at the reference for the desert. So can't really squeeze any trees, but I probably should look at like a reference though for like how the desert breaks to the grassy areas. But it's okay. We'll just keep going. So I'm drawing like little crackle details. So, actually the cracks are a lot bigger on the, closer up. So just make sure to incorporate that in your drawing. So obviously the foreground elements though will become a lot bigger, more detailed. And then once it goes to the background though, it's going to be a lot smaller. So I'm just kind of roughing it out right now, but okay, but you kind of get the idea. Obviously, I could do this a little bit more cleaner. I'm still kind of roughing it out, but let me see. I need to find a picture of factories to look at. So, okay, and definitely look at references to help you with your drawing. Don't try to guess how things could look. So I'm doing this on the side. Oh, we'll keep it pretty simple though. For the factories, I'm just gonna do like the, just some buildings here, and then we'll do like the big chimneys for it. So it's like a big chimney here, new one there, here and there, and then you have the smoke go in this direction here. So, and that way the wind is pushing it away. That's kind of what I wanted to go with, was the idea of like the wind pushing it away. Let me see. I kind of wanted to do like some little lines. See how that looks. So I want to create like motion with the wind. Because it doesn't have to actually look like a, an actual realistic drawing. You could do like a little inspirations from like Salvador or Starry Night. But Zim didn't go. Yeah, so I think it'd be kind of neat to do like little wind things in the background here. Kind of remind me of like Starry Night. So I guess that would be more of my surrealism moment too, because you know, usually don't see the sky like this. Okay, I probably want to incorporate the light bulb just because you know, I think it's a bit much, but okay. Okay, but you kind of get the idea though. You just go into more details with the drawing. And you know, this looks really, really rough what I did here. Obviously, I'm going to clean up this drawing a little bit more. So I'll show you guys a little bit more of a cleaner drawing once I work on this more. All right.